Good day to you, one and all. It is I, Justin Hawkins. Regard, I'm back in my YouTube studio just for 2 days. So, there's a little moment to pause and reflect on the progress we've made on the Darkness album. I think my brother's just having an ear break because he's producing it and he needs to mix a few things. And I don't think he can do that after he's been listening to my howling guitar stuff. Speaking of which, oh no, I should tell you what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about Kujo Beat Down. It's the new song from Ren. I did contextualise this release with an episode that was shot in my friend Gareth's car.
Do you live in your car?
But here we go. I'm going to talk about the song itself now, as promised. This is part 2 of the Ren Kujo Beatdown analysis and contextualisation. I'm sure there's a punchier title. My producer will come up with something a bit more snappy than that, I expect. Justin Hawkins rides again on the subject of Ren, not for the first time, and it certainly won't be the last. He's one of my favourite artists. Yeah. Okay. So that there for a minute. That'd be nice. Yeah, safe and sound, with the headstock just pointing towards the belt buckle of Sir David of Hasselhoff. So I noticed a few comments actually on the Ren thing I did the other day, and a couple of people were sort of suggesting, cynically I think, that the whole tirade that Ren posted of him sort of explaining why he'd taken Sick Boi down was some kind of outrage marketing ploy. But I think it's really interesting because he didn't position himself as a victim in that at all. He actually sort of acknowledged that he might not have done some of the things that you're obliged to do when you license samples from that company Beatstar. Like, I think he was supposed to leave like some setting on YouTube on which shows the credits of the song that you're doing. So you could argue that that was a mere oversight, and it certainly doesn't warrant a copyright strike. All you need to do is talk to the artist concerned and get them to switch that thing on. But yeah, I think it was more, I think Kujo Beats was kind of pretending that he couldn't get in touch with Ren, and whenever I've reached out to Ren, he's replied within 10 seconds or so. I think he's one of the easiest people to get in touch with out of all of the folk that I've encountered in this crazy trade we call the music industry. Anyway, so I'm going to watch Kujo Beat Down. I'm not going to pretend it's the first time I've done so. I watched it in the car yesterday on my way to the airport. And my chauffeur stroke houseboy stroke guitar technician stroke additional guitarist and keyboard player and dear friend Softy was driving at the time, and even he was startled. He wasn't able to look at the screen, but I think he was impressed with the visceral anger that was in it. I'm going to watch it again, but in the comfort of my YouTube studio, and tell you what I think of it. Again. Headphones on, here we go. The aesthetic of the Ren video is often familiar, really. It's becoming familiar to those of you who follow his work. So this is him panting as an expression of fury, I think, fists to the ground.
Trying to be the person who was rightly doing right, who was.
So this is gentle Ren. I think he's exploring that sort of duality within his personality once more. He's always done that to great effect, and I think this is going to be a similar thing where he's sort of battling his own conscience as to how hard he should hit back on a thing like this, how culpable he is. He's always a guy, I think, who recognises his own accountability in these things. But he has righteous anger, and it's just starting. So this is him sort of, I think he's sort of fearfully cowering away from the part of him that wants to just destroy Kujo Beats, I suppose.
Right there on the righteous path, no wrong in words I write, but the forces out there test me right. I'm trying to find the path and forgive all those who test my will. There's trouble in my heart. What the fuck, you little pussy? This ain't High Ren number 2. This ain't pendulums or songs of hope. The took from you. And the
it's always nice to see the C word used in the context of a lovely musical video. Not bleeped, just proudly And loads of people have watched this already, obviously. There's already, like, as I'm looking at it now, there's 13,740 comments.
Game when you severed the neck. I know the art is a part of your heart, so you're upset. But this hate breeds hate, please wait, geez, when I'm getting pretty sick of the sick boy, trying to be the it boy, trying to be the I'm so morally equipped boy. Face it, you're mad as fuck.
It's really brilliant because I think he has been, you know, hoisted atop a pedestal and used an example of somebody who is, I don't know, like, there's authenticity and integrity in what he's doing to the extent that that's actually become a commodity at this point. It's one of the things that you can rely on with Ren is he's going to tell the truth in a song. He's going to tell the truth when he's doing his, you know, reaction videos to situations that are happening in his life. He's going to screenshot and he's going to display whole bits of correspondence that have irked him, you know. So this morally equipped boy, I think he's kind of like, he's talking about like how when people see him as like a role model for how to approach these confrontations and stuff, like he probably sees a part of him that thinks, well, let's just rise above this, let's not do, but no, not this time. He's rolling his sleeves up and getting stuck in. It's lovely.
Face it, you're mad as fuck, Ren. Now let me cut this worm with my razor blade pen. Fuck it.
And then the resignation of that fuck it, I think it suggests that the next section of this song will be him unleashing hell, unleashing hell. That's it. There's some brilliant cinematography happening here when, like, a light flashes to reveal, I think, a Bulgarian choir, which was the contentious element of the Kujo beat that was sampled for Sick Boi. I think it was some Bulgarians singing. So he's every now and then you just see like a little glimpse of some choir folk in their white robes in the background, watching all of this unfold. And here is an actor, presumably, hopefully, that's here to represent or embody a representation of Kujo, the man who has slighted Ren.
Hi Kujo, please don't try to struggle, hear me out, see I'm on your side really.
I mean, aside from all the visceral lyrical content, listen to that beat. So much space in it. It's awesome. It's even more awesome when I do it as human beatbox, obviously, but you know, that's just one of my many gifts.
I was till I found you could get a little greedy, push your luck a little far.
Love it. Boom. I think I might have added some grace notes there. Sorry, Ren.
There's a moral little Jimmy of the cookie and the jar. See the needy and the greedy, they're just trying to fill a hole. So they take and then they take and still the empty in their soul. They feel so hard done by, poor little you. Wanna take from me big, then I'll take from you too.
God, that choir arrangement's amazing. Ren posted a video saying that he'd created all of the musical elements of this one and didn't rely on any sort of licensed beats or anything that might be contentious in that litigious way that the Sick Boi samples were. Oh, and this will be Kujo's girlfriend, presumably, who weighed in on some of the debates and showed, I think, a duplicitous nature in the correspondence with Ren as well. So I don't think anybody's safe from this guy.
Shut up! You said enough! Oh, you said you like it!
That's really intense. I don't even know what to say to that. It's outrageously angry.
I'm confused by this dynamic. Like it's Bonnie and it's Clyde, but the killing you're committing is career suicide.
That's actually the point I was making. I think, like, you know, that Kujo guy, for all of his talents, you know, and I put that in inverted commas, what he does is he provides the building blocks for somebody who's actually creative, like Ren, to do a song with. And I feel like that's kind of like, it's a little bit like library music, you know, you just make a load of stuff, you just get it out there, and if somebody uses it, great. Otherwise, there's probably a whole dearth and wealth, and, you know, there's a whole catalogue of things that you've done that never get used because nobody cares, you know. So if your only sort of modus operandi within the music trade is to provide the building blocks for somebody like Ren to do stuff, and then you threaten copyright strikes rather, and, you know, derail potentially a career, or at least put a stall on momentum, that is really, you're never going to do that kind of stuff again. Who's going to want to sample something by Kujo Beats when stuff like this happens, you know?
Oh, guys, you probably think that this is extreme, I won't lie. Maybe just a little bit mean, you know. I feel a little bad about it, really. Nah, I'm only messing, lad. I love to spank the greedy.
Oh dear, he's sort of facetiously pretending that at this point in proceedings he's still having second thoughts, but he's just not. He's all in.
I hope you wake up sweating from your nightmares, see me. I'm the sick boy that you enslave, free me. When you fuck with my work, you might as well bleed me. I put my whole soul into my words legally. Now a little thief.
Legally is an excellent word to put in at that point, and they've capitalised it in the subtitles.
Beef one, steal from me. That's how little thief lose teeth, you meal to me. I'm the subject matter, you are part of the scenery.
That is so true. Oh my god. I think he's destroying him in a really creative way and just really spelling it out. I think he's sort of treating Kujo Beats like a bottom feeder of some sort. I don't mean that. You know, like a prawn. No, you know, a limpet. Yeah. Is that what I mean?
This is how the sick boy work, you feeling me? I'm sick with the pen. I went...
Wow. Another C word there. Beautiful.
Mrs. Nice behind the scenes, poor Kujo, boo-hoo. If I ever read another fucking comment from you, then this is only part one. It's even worse than part two.
That's really cool. I wonder if he's already preparing a part two, because I think this is going to antagonise everybody concerned. It's going to upset a lot of folk because some of the language in there is really harsh, and some of the terminology is like, fucking hell. Wow. I mean, it is wow. I think that's a symbolic gesture as well. Lights out on Kujo's career, I suppose. And here's a lovely tile. The views expressed in this video are for creative purposes. Any issues I have will be dealt with on a personal basis. I do not condone abuse or bullying. It doesn't sound like Ren is in need of that kind of support anyway. I think he's got this covered, actually. Wow, that's fucking amazing. It's really, really cool. And it's great how he contextualized it and asked the reaction community. I suppose I belong to that in a sense, really. But Ren's always been very nice to me. He's sort of greenlit everything that I've covered for him. And I think what he was saying was that he never really asks for anything in return. He allows people like me to monetize the reactions to the work that he's doing, because he knows that it's getting more eyes on it to a degree anyway. Not that I don't know, you know, he's doing so well. It's like, at this point, it's hard to argue that you know, my input is necessary anyway. But I think what he said was he never asked for anything, but he is now. He wanted people to react to this. It would be difficult to ignore it anyway, I think. It's fucking awesome. It's so visceral. It's so angry. I don't think I've ever seen such a creative... It's not even a diss song. It's not just indignation either. It's righteous fury. It's fucking outstanding. That is a really direct, no fat, high protein thrashing. You know, wow, it's exciting stuff. Well done, Ren. Lots of love to you and yours. I hope this legal situation resolves itself in a satisfactory way. I can recommend some really top music lawyers. It doesn't sound like anything's... doesn't sound like you've done anything wrong, actually. I mean, you could argue that this is sort of stirring the pot somewhat, but fuck it. It's really exciting to watch, and I thought it was amazing. What do you think? Use the comment section below. Justin Hawkins rides again. What a poet. Utterly amazing. All right, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, watch one of these 2 videos, and forgive my untidy hair. I've just woken up, and I'm going to go back to bed now. Nice one, Ren. You got this. Cheers, guys. See you on the ice. Okay.